Hello, everybody. Good evening. I have Miss Tosha backstage. I just wanted to say hi to everybody real quick and let the room load for a second. We have Sly, Christine, Mary, me, Franca, Cat Lover, Barbara M, and Coco for right now. I don't like to keep my guests waiting, so I'm going to bring her up in a second. I'm very excited to have Tosha on. I've been trying to get her on my channel for years, and today is the day. So without further ado, I'm going to have Tosha come up. Hey, Tosha.
Hi.
Good to see you.
Yes, you have been trying for years, so I'm so
I
happy
have.
we finally got to connect.
I have. So, first question for you. Tell me what's going on with your life since you've been off the show. What's happening?
Yeah, absolutely. We fell into monogamy. We stopped looking. It's so hard to date. I'm sure anybody who's single right now knows. And then it's even harder when it's two people. So we just kind of fell into monogamy. Sidian's published a book. His website's trugging along, and I started doing reselling again. I used to do it years ago, and I got my nail license, which I was really excited about. Um, and then I started making more money reselling, and I haven't got to do nails, which is so.
What are you selling?
Oh, I resell a bunch of different things. Like right now, I have like 100 Christmas trees in my living room. So it's really just a
What do you
bunch
do
of
with
different
those?
product. So, but it's
What
really
do you do with
fun.
the trees? Do you decorate them?
No, they're just Christmas trees that like an Amazon seller didn't want to pay to store at Amazon anymore. So I bought them wholesale, and I've just been selling them to neighbors and anybody in town, really. eBay.
I gotta shut that light off. It's driving me crazy. It's better. I feel like I'm sitting in a
Yay! Now
cloud.
we can see
Okay.
you better.
Yeah, like I was like, okay, I'm feeling like a dust cloud here. Um, so you guys were on the show for what, 2 seasons or one?
It was 2 seasons, yeah.
What about it was like the hardest for you? Like, okay, so like, what made you want to go on the show to begin with? Like, because like it was there and like you were interested in it. Like, tell me about like how this all came about. You and Sidian were together, and you like were you monogamous at first, and then you were like, hey, let's try this.
Yeah, so we were actually I got pulled in as a second girlfriend. So
I remember
Sidian,
that.
yeah, was with his girlfriend for like 9 years before I came into the picture. And so I was like, when I had met Sidian, we went on a date, and he was like, "Well, I actually have a girlfriend." And I was like, "That's great. I have a boyfriend." So we were like, "Perfect." So at the end of the date, we were like both on the same page of kind of open relationships. And then um things with the first gal fell out, and I gave space for them to continue the relationship, but it didn't work out. I kind of fell back into things when I would come help Sidian do some things and whatnot, because I still cared for him.
Right.
Eventually, I would come help a lot, and we were like, well, maybe we'll just fall back into dating. And like 10 years later, here we are. As far as the show goes, a casting director had reached out to me, and honestly, I thought it was like a porn casting call or a scam, because I should have waited until you were drinking something. But it did. It came across like a casting couch kind of thing. And Sidian was like, no, no, I think there's something real. I looked at this guy's profile. He does seem to be legitimate. I saw him on LinkedIn, and things just moved so fast. They were like, one day he reached out, the next day it was like a video. He sent it to TLC. Everybody greenlit it. And like within a week, we had a contract in hand that we were like, oh my gosh. Um, but we
Those wheels
figured
move
there wasn't
fast.
much to lose. And so it seemed like a fun thing to do.
Were you guys like actively looking to be on TV, or did they just find you like by pure dumb luck?
He found me in a Facebook group for like sister wives. So the casting director had like DM'd me, and I'm surprised I even saw it. It went to like that inbox nobody checks for scammers.
All right. So that happened, and then so you're on the show. So how much of it is legit? Like, go through the motions. Like, were they like, did they help you find people? Like, how did the gears work? Like, okay, so you got cast on the show. Like, what's next?
Yeah, so Sidian and I were in charge of finding people for the first season or so, and then after that, they had switched, like, producers or something, and they got really pushy for, "Well, we have people you can date, you should date multiple people at once, it'll be more, like, interest for people watching," and so they did start getting really pushy towards the end of, like, "We have a list of people you can date," but it just seemed kinda weird. I don't know, like, what are the chances you're gonna find somebody that's really a match just off of I feel like it was probably people that they were prompting, "Here's 20 questions you can ask them to trap them into some juicy content."
Yeah, like were they vetting these people? Like they're like, oh, this is a good match for you. Like, how would like how
I
would they
don't think
know?
they vetted off that. I suspect they vetted off of, like, who would make the most drama, honestly, because one of the casting directors in the last season we were in, or the producer, he was like, "You guys are gonna get cut for being boring, like, you need you need to be more dramatic, essentially," and I was like, "Well, it's not really true to me, so I don't
Like,
know." I should have broke my morals for the paycheck, I guess.
what was the paycheck a decent? Like, I know like TLC usually pays people crap, so I don't. But it's run by different production companies over to show you one. Was it like a decent?
It was pretty decent. I don't think it was anything to scoff at. So for us, I've tried to coach other families that reach out, the being like, "Hey, um, do you have any like stuff?" I just tell them my pay. I was like, "Here's what we got paid. Don't take less." Uh,
Did you get
because
paid?
yeah, so I'm like, it wasn't, like, exceptional. I hear things like, The Sister Wives, that show I know has made a ton of money. I've heard things what they're making per episode, but I think because this show's split between 5 families, I think we were netting about 60K for a season, which I don't think is bad
Oh, that's
considering
pretty good.
we filmed
Like,
it in, like, 6 or, less times of them coming to hang out.
oh, I thought you were gonna say way lower than that. Yeah, 60K is not bad for like at all. I mean, like I'm thinking about like I know like what 90 Day Fiance pays, and it's nothing like that for like people new to the show. So all right, so that's decent then. I thought it was going to be a lot lower. I thought you were going to say like probably like 2,000 an episode or something like that.
I think it
uh
kinda nets out to be something like that, but really we worked for 6 days. Like, they would come to the house and they would film for 2 days, they'd leave for a couple of weeks, 2 more days. So, I think for 6 days worth of work, I'm not mad about it.
no, I shit. I'll join your family. Let's get back on the show. I'll take a check.
If you wear a wig, no one will know.
I got plenty of them. I can put one on right now. All right, so 60K. And you said so they came for 2 days and they wouldn't come back for a few weeks. What was like the how long was like the shooting for like one season, like
Yeah.
stretched out?
I think the first season was a little more so the first thing they would come and do is they would actually just set up where they do, like, the bulk of the interviews? Oh my god, that took
Like the
forever.
testimonial, the confessionals rather.
Yeah, so they would move the couch, they would move the light, they would move the whatever, they'd have you sit there, get up, sit there. That took, like, a whole day to get a approval from whoever at whatever office, um, and then each time they would come back, they'd have to set up so really, we weren't required for a lot. We just, like, had to be there, and then when they were ready to film, gosh, it probably was only, like, 10 hours. Well, I guess more than that because the testimonials took quite a bit. I'd say like 12 hours of filming for a whole season. Like, but you had to be pretty available because while the crew is setting up and miking and all of that, you're just kind of sitting around waiting the
And you
whole
guys
time.
like didn't, if I can remember right, because God, how long ago were you first on the show? I want to say like 2021 or 2022.
I think it was during COVID, like because they stopped filming for COVID and they had us film some content. I was the worst cameraman. They had us film some content. So I wanna say it was like 2019 we were filming, so it probably came out in 2020.
Yeah, because you guys came on the season after the Snowdens.
Yeah,
I think you weren't on with them. You were on like the next season,
yeah. Or
right?
were we on with that? No, we weren't. We were after, I think.
Yeah.
I get mixed up
Um,
now.
what did, and again, like, I'm so happy you're here because you're the first person from the show I've actually had on
Oh,
my
really?
channel. You are, so like, thank you. And you know, I've talked a lot about secret just Snowdens, but none of them ever came on my channel. Believe you me on that one. um, so like, I just have so many questions. Okay, so going into it, like, was your family cool with like the whole, hey, I'm gonna try this out, and then you know, because it's not uh the norm, right? And then on top of it, you're gonna say, and oh, and by the way, I'm filming it for national TV. Like what was like your family spin on that?
Yeah, so, like, our immediate family, our kids were really excited at the potential, even though they, like, were background. They, like, didn't really talk at all. My mom, it was so funny because rumors started around in my family that I'm not very close to pretty much anyone but my sisters. My mom came for Christmas that year for the first time, and she was like, "I don't wanna know, and don't ask me to be on." And I was like, "Okay." And then she, like, the next day, she's like, "Anything to support you."
So
Which is
she got
so
like kind
funny.
of like hip to it.
Yeah. So she was all kind of cold about it, and then immediately she's like, "If you want me to be on, I'll be on." So,
And what about City Inside?
City inside, he's not very close with them either. We're both, like, pretty estranged from our family, and so pretty much his mom was just like, "I don't wanna be on TV." So that's it. We kinda just made the decision to do it on our own, and we went for it, so
Right. Where? Let me see. How do I phrase this the right way? Did you find it daunting? Like, I guess you didn't find it daunting because you said like they were really not there a lot. Did you feel like you had to, like, you know, show up and overexert yourself and kind of like overact a little bit? Like, okay, when you were filming, was production like, hey, why don't you, like, you know, have a fight about this, or like, why don't you go into the kitchen and try to make dinner? Like, did they like guide you, I guess, like what was happening, or did they really just film it in real time? And
yeah, so I get what you're saying. So it was kinda daunting in the way that they would be like, "So what we're gonna do is have a conversation about this." Because they needed to fill the gaps for the audience where we were, which makes sense, but they're like, "So just come in and do something natural in the kitchen." And I'm like, "Why don't we've
it's
already
always
had
the
this
kitchen.
conversation to death." Yeah, and what do you mean, like, just come into the kitchen and be natural? It was so awkward. I'm, like, not an actress, so you'd have to, like, come in and pretend to pour a cup of coffee and have, like, the conversation you already had. Totally natural.
Right, and like, you know, and like a bunch of retakes probably. Like, oh, you didn't hit that
The
fight the
talking
right
point.
way.
Yeah.
They, like, you know, did they ask you guys to like fight, like, you know, for like, you know, to boost yourself up and to make it more interesting? Like, did they do that?
Oh, totally. So there was one scene where I was driving to my mom's house, and so it's so funny because there's a camera person in a car behind me, a camera guy, like, in the passenger seat with a lens, like, this far from my face, and then, like, the radio, like, producer gal, I
Did you
forget,
have the
she was like,
GoPros in the car too?
oh, yeah,
Like,
so it's all,
yeah.
like, decked up, and I'm driving to my mom's house. I'm a nervous driver anyways, like, and so I'm driving, and they're like, "Just be casual," and she on the radio, she's like, "What if you said this?" And I was like, "I would never say that." And she's like, "But you could." And I was like, "No." And she's like, "But it'd be good for TV."
And then you're like, fine.
Yeah, so it was something about, like, pregnancy or something, which I thought was weird because I wasn't pregnant anywhere in the series, but
And were you trying to get pregnant?
no, so I thought it
Oh,
was, like, a bizarre I was like, "I would never say that."
but you did it because you had to, because they were like,
I
yeah,
didn't,
you
I
know.
just said no.
Oh, you didn't?
Yeah.
Oh, they must have loved you.
No, I think they hated how firm we were like, "No, we're not
You
gonna do
no, I
any of
didn't
that."
mean that they actually loved you. That I was saying that
Oh, yeah.
sarcastically. They didn't love
She
you
was
at
like,
all.
"Kill this stuff."
They were like, "You're fired." No. So the first scene, like, what did you think about, like, okay, the other couples that were on the show with you, and like, we're gonna wait on Danielle and Garrick.
Yeah.
What did you think of, like, Lord, who was on your season? I can't remember. And
We
wait, before I ask you that, what drove you to like trying polygamy out? Like, it wasn't anything religious or anything like that.
No, no. So we were actually polyamorous, but the
Okay.
show was like no girl on girl. So we were polyamorous, and I was always cool with the idea of a sister wife if it wasn't like rooted in like LDS. I'm not into the like religious aspect.
Right.
And I just wouldn't fit into one of those households anyways. But um not everybody we dated in our journey, like a lot of the girls I wasn't into, but I was totally fine with City and being into them. And some of the girls like in the past before the show, I definitely dated too. But as far as the show was concerned, it was like not into it. And I don't know what I think what triggered it is I was dating a guy when I was younger and he was bisexual, and I was like, "Well, I'm not a guy. I can't fulfill that need for you." So I was just pretty open to any of that, and after
You're
dating
a pretty
him,
cool
it just
chick.
makes sense.
Like you have a very open mind. Like that. No, like I couldn't do it. Like, did you like so? When oh my god, my cat has a fur ball. If you hear that, that's what that is. Georgie. Um, you had like like when production gave you that list of people to like try and date, like and the dates that City went on with other people. Did you like ever get jealous that he was with like somebody else, another woman? Like you did, like were you wondering in the back of your head, like what's going on? Like
No, I mean, I'd be wondering, like, are they having a good time? Like, is it going terrible? And this like, is Gideon having a bad time, or is it, like, fun for them? But I'm just not jealous that way, and I think it's because Gideon and I are so secure and, like, we talk all the time. Through any of this, we always talked, and the rule was, like, if we're not solid, we're not gonna be dating. It's just a mess to bring someone into, honestly. Like, you don't want to bring somebody into your messy situation. Like, you want your house clean first. And so
right?
we were always just so good with it, and the communication was great. And even if I didn't like who he was dating, like, I think she's kind of a flop. Like, I don't care. I'm not the one dating her. Like, it was fine because it wasn't nothing ever got far enough, I think, that I would have to worry about her being around the kids or something. So,
And you being like, so you guys are mostly like more polyamorous than polygamous, right?
yeah.
So were you upset that like maybe I wanted to go on a date with somebody and have the show like follow me dating people and have sitting at home wondering like was that a thought that crossed your mind ever?
No, I mean, I have FOMO in the sense that, like, some of the things they did, I was like, "Man, I've never, like, done that. That would be cool to do together," but it was never really, like, a jealous thing. Like, it just struck me as like, "Ooh, we should do that. That sounds fun for me." Because I get that he would have different experiences for different women. I think at our currently, in our current state of our relationship, because we're both so busy, I would be more jealous now than I was then, because we had so much time to do all that together. But now we're hardly going on dates because we're so focused in our work that me today would be more jealous than I used to be. And I think that's just because he and I aren't doing as much currently because we're just so focused. But we would talk through that, and I would just go do things too. Like, I'm a problem solver. If I'm unhappy with something, I'll just communicate it and we'll fix it.
I have interviewed a lot of people. You are very cool. I have to say, like
Oh
like
gosh, no.
very, very cool. I'm like a little shocked to be honest with you. Like, cause I, I most people I would think would feel jealous in some sort of way, especially being filmed. And then like you're at home, and then they show you at home like watching TV while like your man's out on a date at like Applebee's or whatever. Uh,
Applebee's.
I don't know. I don't think I could. I don't think I could do that. And was okay. So you said that you're monogamous now. How long have you been monogamous with Sidian now? Like how long has that been?
I'd say about 2 years or so, and really it's just because 'cause we're so lazy to date. Like, it's so much energy. I think if something fell in our lap or we got more gumption, like, more free time, then maybe we would go back to it, but I don't know. We're just kind of
Is it
feeling
something
it.
you guys like ever talk about or discuss?
Like, as far as being monogamous?
Yeah, or like if you like you said, if it fell in our lap, like I remember like didn't you like in one of your scenes? Wasn't there a waitress involved or something like that? Or am I thinking of a different couple?
Oh, there was the gal at the bar he had, like, hit on,
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah, yeah,
waitress,
yeah.
yeah.
That's it's
Because
because
only
again,
so many people were, like, on the list of approved to be talked to, that, like, anybody that's on the show has to sign a waiver, so you could only hit on so many people at the
oh, so
bar.
all the people. Did you find that people willing to like date you guys were really in it for like the relationship, or did they just want to be on TV and get their 5 seconds?
I think they wanted their 5 seconds, I'll be honest, because the cool people we coulda had longer term relationships with that were, like, not on TV.
You're getting a
Um
lot of. I don't know if you can see the chat, but everyone's loving you like I am right now. Like
Thank
you are
you.
a cool girl. Like I want to hang out with you in person because I would love to. Like you're just like fuck it. Like I
Yeah.
love it. Like I like like I don't like just fuck it, man. Like it's cool. Like I love and that's very hard to come by these days to have somebody with your type of mentality because it's refreshing to see actually everyone's so just jaded and mean and bitter and here you are you're like that's why I used to call you flower power you were my
Yeah,
cool
I remember that.
and then I called city and patchouli you were flower power and patchouli
Yes,
that was
I
city and
love
was
it.
patchouli and you guys you were like my cool little hippie chick that was like very like it is what it is like peace love and happiness and like I was like look at this chick and that's why I'm like she is just down to earth you are down to earth you really are
Which is
I
so
love it.
funny. I have been so anxious for so many years of my life, and I'm finally like, "Wait, I shouldn't be anxious. That's silly to put energy into that." Because it's similar to, like, you're saying so many people are jaded, and I'm like, "I can't put energy into that kinda negativity. No, thanks."
That's just amazing.
Yeah.
So all right. So you and Sidian. So monogamous. Um. All right. So you kind of talked about. I just want to make sure I cross all the T's and dot all the I's. About where I'm going to go next. All right. So when it comes down to like you guys signing up for like a third season, what happened? Were they like you suck? We don't like you. Like I don't know how anybody can say that to you. First off, but
So they basically just didn't do a casting call for us. Like each season, between seasons, we would have to do like another video update and whatnot. And we kind of knew it was coming because the new producer guy was like, if you don't date multiple people and like amp up the drama, you're toast. Like we're in it for the views. He was very like straightforward. But Sidian was like, oh, we could do it. And I was like, I don't know. I feel gross because this is supposed to be a portrayal of me. Like I feel like it'll come to
you
haunt
have
me.
integrity.
Yeah,
Unbelievable.
yeah, and so I was like and at the time, it would have been nice to have signed another season because money was kind of tight then, and so I think that was what was kind of pushing us a bit towards considering it, but
So what you're saying is
I
that money
couldn't
was
do it.
tight, and you turned down $60,000 because you wanted to be authentic to yourself.
Yeah.
Wow, I need to like hit an alarm or something like that because you're the first person I think I've ever interviewed that's ever like taken the high road like that. Ding 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 ding. I'm looking for an instrument or something like that. Like I like I chills. I'm floored. Like you, like you. You got me flummoxed. I can't even talk right now because I can't believe that they let someone go like you. That like
Well,
it's
it's
really
just not
refreshing.
juicy. I get it. They're in it for the views. They wanna chop it to be high energy, but that's why there's so many scandals and other things they have on because they choose these kind of people, that are willing to bend. And they do, they try to get at first they're like, it's all gonna be real. It is exactly what you say. And you don't get to see anything until the very end. And when it actually airs, you're watching it live with the rest of America and you're like, that's not how I remember that conversation going. Like it's smushed
So
together
speaking of
weird.
that, like, do you feel like you got like bad edits? Like, all right, I did. So you filmed and you didn't. They didn't give you any snippets of what was going to be on or what.
Yeah.
Um, do you feel like they try to paint you like because every season has a a good guy, a bad guy, like the troublemakers, whatever. Like, do you feel like did you get bad edits?
No, I don't think so. Like, there were a few on Sidian. Like, there's one scene where he's talking um, with a girl he's on a date with, and he chokes on the wine when she asks if he would ask or like have a brother husband, but he choked on the wine like when they were just sitting in silence or something. Like it was totally cut together, like odd. And so that ends up being his reaction when that wasn't, he totally answered normal,
Which Gideon
you
would have
know.
had a brother husband? I'm just
I
piggybacking
don't
what you just said.
So I don't think so back then, like, and I don't think so now, and I'm not into it. I don't 2 guys sounds difficult for me, like,
Too much.
no. Uh, so he's just never really been he's not into guys, and I get it,
No,
so
you just said it, and I'm like, well, because you said earlier you're polyamorous, so I didn't know if that was like a thing. Did you ever watch that polyamorous show on Showtime years
Oh,
ago?
yeah, I did, yeah.
And because that's what I'm basing, because that's all I know about. And I have a friend who's polyamorous. But that Showtime show was wild. It was like 2 seasons, and I was like, I wish they filmed more because that was really interesting TV.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh, do you think like you'd fit in with like say being like Cody Brown's like new wife? And I don't want to say that loud because he might hear this and come running, because I know that him and Robin are looking. But then poor Sidian would be out in the woods. Would you ever like consider like something like that?
No, I couldn't do it. I'm not, submissive enough, I think, to fit into a very religious family. It's like they want these women to just roll over and accept what is, and I'm not that. I'm very much like City and I butt heads. I'll just like say I am like annoyingly stubborn sometimes, and I feel like I would not I would tell
What's
Cody
your
Brown
sign?
what is.
What's
What'd you
what
say?
sign are you? What's your sign?
Oh, I'm a Capricorn, and Sidian is too.
Oh, then you guys should get along.
Most of the time.
I thought you were gonna say like me and my husband. I'm an Aries and he's a Taurus, and I'm just a ram and a bull. So like you're like, I'm stubborn. Like, oh, I get being stubborn, honey. I know all about that. Uh, but all right. So you're on the show. Did they have a tell-all or reunion?
No, I was so sad. COVID ruined it. The only thing I wanted out of being on reality TV was a tell-all because
Right? Like that's like the best thing.
yeah, it's so nosy and fun.
Did
And
you
I
get
wanted
to
that.
meet like? Go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, no, go ahead.
Did you get to meet other cast members like while you like in person? Like you probably didn't then, right?
We did, and it was only because gosh, now I forgot their name. Brenda and Steve Foley. The Foleys came and to Portland one time and visited, and we hung out, and it was pretty cool. So
Did did they feel like the kind of like same way that you guys felt about like production and stuff like that?
oh,
And
yeah, they actually felt worse about it, I think, because Sidian and I would just say no to saying sound bits. Like, we were just like, "No." And I think they fell for it, so I think they got cut a little worse than we did. We hardly got, like, cut in a bad light. There were a few, but for the most part, it was pretty true, so
the Seeking Sister Wife has had its share of drama, like obviously with the Snowdens that I talked about in depth a while back.
yeah.
And now we have Garrick and Danielle, who I mean, you were on the show with them for 2 seasons. I think your
Yeah, yeah.
first season was Garrick's first season, if I'm correct. I don't think Garrick was on with the Snowdens, but I could be wrong. It's all jumbled in my head. I don't
I
have a
think their
timeline.
first season was our first season. I'm pretty
Yeah, I
sure.
think so too. And did you find them as unbearable as I did?
Oh, yeah. And I was like, I for a long time now, I've been like, they're just getting cut dirty. Like it's just the production of, but you, the things that are said, like, and the order that they're said can get jumbled up, but they're still out there. So there's like some underlying truth. And so over time, I've I just can't like make excuses or be, you know, devil's advocate for them, I feel.
Did you speak to them at all like in like the 2 seasons or now or later or whenever?
Yeah, so Danielle and I have her number. She had reached out and we had done like a few messages back and forth, but it was so, either I was busy or she was busy, and it was like far and few between, and just very friendly, surface level, hope you're doing good kind of set. We never really formed a friendship. So that was kind of that. And I recently, with some of the stuff coming out, I had sent her a message of like, I hope everything's going good. Like, I don't want to be nosy, but if you need anything at all, let me know. But
With him just getting arrested, you mean?
yes, yeah. Everything, just the little thing.
Like how I see it, I used to feel bad for Danielle in the beginning because Garrick just comes off as this smug, douchey prick. Like, when he's working out, like with in the front of the mirror with no shirt on, and like he's like, I don't know, it feels like to me he snorted an 8 ball of cocaine. He's like, okay, I'm gonna like do this and work out. And I'm like, I'm the man, and have like this. Like I just fucking couldn't with him. I'm sorry, I just couldn't. And then you have Danielle. Like originally, I thought like okay, this poor girl. Like look at this asshole and what she has to deal with. And I felt bad for Danielle, and I kind of took her side. And then Danielle just kept like allowing it to happen. And since you have like, since you're like very down to earth, and I know you're gonna give it to me straight, do you, like, okay, it's hard to say this. I kind of feel like Danielle is like grooming these women now, much like Ashley Snowden was helping Dimitri groom the women that came into his life. And like I know that Ashley was grooming women because I heard it from like 1, 2, 3, 4 of them when I was doing those lives about the Snowdens, and how Ashley was very, very hands-on
Yeah.
with like, with the steaming of the vaginas and like the pH levels
Yeah.
and all that stuff. And I kind of feel like now Danielle is doing the same thing, like because literally, and when we were speaking earlier today, literally every woman that's come in contact with Garrick, I can't, I even hate his name, but bullshit name, Garrick. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I have a lot to say about this, but every woman's literally gone running for the hills. So what do you say about everything I just said? Like, do you think Danielle is as pure as she seems? Because I don't think so anymore.
I don't know. It's hard to say because a lot of like grooming happens. It's such a hard situation to be in, and a lot of women who are like human trafficked traffic other women. And you would think like they would be better in that and they wouldn't want to put women in their situation, but oftentimes it's easier for them to have another woman there to take off some of the pressure. Is like, which is so crappy to say, but there's some truth to it. And so, and then there's also like layers of denial and other things that are in it for like, oh, it's not that bad or it's not that way, or all sorts of excuses made. And so I think she just, if it is what it definitely seems like abuse at this point, like everything that's kind of on paper, granted these are all allegations.
Right.
If it is that, I think she's just kind of been groomed herself to groom others. And while there is like no excuses for that, I still have empathy for her situation, and like understanding. I just would never do that myself, so it's
Listen, I
hard,
know
but
it. Like I know I asked you like a very loaded question, so don't worry about it. I get it. I threw a lot at you just now. So, um, but for me, I don't know. Like, I thought he was super douchey in the beginning, and I felt bad for her. And like, you guys, and especially now from what you told me just in these last few minutes, that you were really authentic and true to yourself. And it seems like to me that Garrick always had like an agenda, kind of like, he wanted to be top dog. I mean, I guess he filled in for Dimitri and Ashley, as I see it now, because Dimitri.
Yeah.
What did you think of them, Dimitri and Ashley? Do you see any similarities?
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's kind of the same stuff Dimitri and Ashley's girls all ran. Like obviously Sydney and I didn't like keep our girlfriends around, but none of it, I don't know, it felt different. Like and Dimitri and Ashley did the same thing, scrubbing social media, going silent, divorcing, coming back to like
Oh,
it all has kind of the same patterns of and honestly a lot of polyamory and polygamy much more so has this same kind of thing going on where the women are just not empowered and it's gross and it's like men taking advantage of women in this situation and the excuse of god just gags me. I like I don't even believe in it, most of the religious stuff, but to use God that way is just so repulsive. So that alone, I was like, "Ugh, what a doozy."
amen, sister. Hold on. Okay, one of my polyamorous friend um, wants to. What is the difference between the wife? I'm sorry. What? Okay. Okay. So my friend, who I mentioned earlier, was polyamorous. She just texted me because she's watching right now, and she said, "I'm poly. Garrick is not a polygamist, not a real one. He's someone that feels guilty to get divorced, so he's rationalizing to himself, and he's a polygamist so that he can sell his Waldos or whatever it is. The fact that he's going to have Zoe's bedroom and these women have to hear their terms with him and change the sheets in between us. Yeah, what is about that?
Yeah, that was weird. I've only seen clips of that. I'll be honest, I'm not watching the new season because it's just I don't
I
know, it's
haven't
kinda
watched it
cringe
either.
for
If,
me.
if, if we're being honest with each other, like I haven't watched it either. The fact that he's going, but like the thought, like that's a very good point that my friend just made. And these women have to have their terms with him and change the sheets in between instead of him letting them have their own personal space, their own personal bed with him, and he moves between the bedrooms is super self-centered of him, because it is supposed to be at the man goes and visits a different woman. The fact that he would have his wife of all these years move out of their bedroom is disrespectful. Um, they should have made another bedroom for the second wife instead of making all the women have a slumber party in their harem bedroom, in the harem bedroom. Uh, and then she wants to know what is the difference between the wife and in a polyamorous relationship, helping navigate dating for the couple versus grooming.
Yeah. So first off on the room thing, it's totally self-centered. It's this women are less than mentality,
I mean,
which
could
is
you
just
imagine, like, if Janelle and Mary and Christine and Robin, like,
all
if
packing their stuff up to move.
yeah,
Yeah.
like, okay, could you imagine? But I'm sorry, keep going.
Yeah, that's at least the LDS guys, they got it right
Right.
in the sense that the man would move. So at least there was that, that they had going for them. But the difference I think in poly is just communication, the and navigating the new feelings and stuff. But a lot of polygamy has this I swear it's just the religious undertones of feeling like you have to do something and like
Hmm.
you have to like do it versus having a boundary and saying no because polyamory has a lot more ethics. There's a lot of people doing it wrong, but I would say it just comes down to the ethics of god and the rules versus like having
Well,
a
can you
backbone.
explain polyamory to like those who like aren't that familiar with like the concept?
Yeah, so polyamory has so many. it's hard because it's so broad, honestly. It's just kind of like talking about sexuality. There's 25 different flavors. Polyamory is like that for relationships of it covers a lot of different openness in relationships. So versus monogamy where it's just one-on-one, it might be one of the partners dating a lot of other people or both partners go and date their own. And so it's kind of this whole varied system of relationships.
Hmm, very cool. You're very cool. You're a very cool chick. I like you so much. I wish you would have done this years ago.
I know we should have.
Um, I,
I'm a loser.
listen, I finally got my way. I'm very. If I play the long game, if not anything, so I finally got you here.
Yes.
Wicked saying, I left my ass off every time Danielle refers to her as her sister. I think she I think she can't remember her name. I don't know. I feel like Danielle is like a glamour is like she's been glamored by a vampire so many times, like that her head's just all like fucked out in a way. I don't know.
Yeah, it's a mess. I always the reason I had reached out to her is because I was always a little worried that she didn't seem very empowered in her relationship, and that bothered me. Like that I don't like I don't know.
Well, I mean, empowered, like she's playing like slumber party with the other girls that Garrick has, and that's insane.
Yeah.
And he has to be calling all the shots while he's like working out in the mirror. Um, I don't know. Were there like looking back now? Were there other couples that you watched on the show that you were like, okay, these people are like legit? Like,
Yeah, I feel like the Davis family is legit, but I do feel like they're probably poly and not polygamous. Um, I just get that feeling with how cool they are with it all, to be honest. A lot of the other families, I just felt like they were broken relationships they were trying to fix by, like, shoving another woman in there, um, which is gross. Uh, because it only makes it worse. Or, I don't know. Even I think the Winders were doing it good, like, they
oh,
were
I
yeah.
like the Winders. Yeah, I like them a lot. I always believed that they were like legit.
Yeah, I felt like they were legit and, like, they could work through things, like, the girls communicated, granted it was, like, the religious undertones making them
Yeah,
believe all of
they were
this.
more religion-y than
Yeah.
most. But I don't know if it was because they were more religion-y about it, but like I always felt that the Winders came off authentic. Like
Oh, yeah.
and I've talked to them and we follow each other over the years, and like I was they were a family on the show. I was like, okay, like I could wrap my heads around that. And you guys like were cool, like Dimitri and Ashley came off looking great, like until like I dug, and then found out what happened. Would you no, you probably wouldn't go back on the show because you're not into that anymore.
Yeah,
Like
I
if
don't
TLC
know.
knocked on your door and said, "Hey, we're new
If
season
they
coming
did
up. Would you guys be interested?"
polyamory stuff, maybe, and then it would just be fun to flip the script and me do the dating or something, but really it would just be a power trip of switching it up.
I
But
have
for
a
the most
question
part,
for
I
you.
don't think we'd go back onto the Seeking Sister Wife stuff. Ask Tasha
Ask
about the
Tasha
last
about the
girl they were
last girl
dating.
they were dating and what happened. Was it a legit relationship or not?
So with Ariel, it was legit, but I think the backlash, I don't think she realized what she was signing up for when she like agreed to be on TV with us.
Was Ariel one of the production picks?
No, she was legitimately I knew her through work. I had visited the Philippines for work years before, and so we knew each other for years, and we had all talked because she, was doing VA work for us for a long time. And then, so she was legitimate, but I don't think she realized what she was signing on for. As soon as it aired, she got backlash from, like, people in her church and her parents. We I kid you not, after we finished filming, we went to the Philippines as a family, and her mom was like, "Oh, you're a great mother for making sure the new wife," like, she thought I was ex-wife, is like you're vetting her to make sure your husband doesn't bring somebody weird around the kids. Like,
Oh,
so she thought we were divorced
and
and
you were
that
just like
I
one of
was
those
just
cool, like
overprotective.
a cool divorcee, like just like coming along for the ride, like making
Yeah.
sure like that my old man is in good hands now.
Yeah, and that's the moment, like, everything went full stop, and we were like, "We thought like, you had discussed things, like, we feel a little misled as to how comfortable you actually are with everything." And she's like, "Well, I was hoping you guys could tell him." And we're like, "Well, this is actually the last day we're supposed to be here, so a little late."
And was Ariel the last your last for hurrah with the or did with was that it?
Yeah, I mean, we had looked at kinda dating after that, but we were just kinda feeling burnt, and we were, like, so tired from everything, and we had moved states, and our kids were having, like, some troubles transitioning at first, like, when we had moved here,
Weren't
our
you in
oldest.
Idaho in the beginning?
Oh, yeah, a
Okay,
miserable
okay.
place. Actually, I like a lot about Idaho, but the politics are a mess.
I've never been to Idaho, but I remember a little like Idahoans. And then you guys moved to like Oregon, right? Or Oregon, or
Yeah, Oregon, yeah.
okay, I don't know how to say it like properly to an Oregonian. Uh, and it seems like you guys are great right now. Like you look amazing. By
Thank
the
you.
way,
It's
you
the
like
GOP.
it's the what?
It's the GOP.
you know you look incredible. Like yeah, you look really
Thanks,
happy and you look
it's never sunny here, so I don't wrinkle at all. It's great.
what is Tasha? I asked people if they have any questions for you before
Yeah.
we sign off. Because and here's your chance, guys. If you have a question for Tasha about the show, about anything, she'd be happy to answer it because this girl is crazy honest, and you don't see that ever. What does Tasha think about Nick Davis and the Davises?
I love them. They seem authentic. We had chatted a little, and I was gonna plan a trip out there, but it just didn't work, but I love them. I think they're true to themselves. They they seem like and actually, I do think they're poly, but it
All right, let
doesn't
me
really
ask you a
matter.
different question. Who from the show were you like, what a piece of shit? Like, or like,
Oh,
what phonies, or whatever.
I never liked Garrick, and I actually watching the first season, I didn't like the Snowdens either, and I think that's because I thought Dimitri was kinda they just seem to kind of adopt whatever, like, whatever religion, whatever which is fine to kind of piecemeal your beliefs, but it just all felt a little odd.
Well, the Snowdens were like a hodgepodge of like whatever you want to throw into like Ashley wore the bindi and
Yeah,
like then
that
like
was weird to
what
me.
the fuck was that? Like and then the other girls had to wear the bindi, but like you're not practicing that. But you know, I guess they were trying to make it seem like they were like just very like hip and oh we wear bindis and we have the inner eye, but like there's 30 people that we've fucked over. you know uh so we agree on that. The Garrett, I mean, it's easy to dislike Garrick. I really did. I never thought he was anything special. Like he has mediocre looks at best. He has nice eyes. I'll give him that.
His
But
eyes creep me out.
it's probably because of all the cocaine allegedly that he
Yeah.
doesn't do. Allegedly, like I'm sorry, no one sober like just like looks in and like I'm sorry. I feel like he is just maybe he loves the drug himself. Like the drug of himself is like Garrick. I don't know. But I just to me like this guy horrible and like now that this is unfolding with him in this arrest, like I guess how he got arrested was that like he was trying to block somebody from calling for help.
Yeah.
I haven't really delved that deep into it. I'm gonna do another live about it, and you're welcome to join. Like I love you up here. Like I need you on my panel all the time. Like Tasha will be like my straight shooter. Like Tasha will be like John. I'm gonna tell you like how it is. Like when you're sitting at a coffee table with your family, like Wendy Williams always used to say. I don't know if you
Oh,
watch
yeah,
Wendy.
yeah.
Like you watch Wendy. Like Wendy would be like, like we're talking like, we're sitting at the table with each other with a cup of coffee, a girl. You know what I mean? And
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you are that person, like who's just gonna give it. And I love you for that. Like you are just a breath of fresh fucking air. And I would TLC and that show, they need to have you on there, because they don't know what they're missing, and
I can
probably
just be the
because
tell-all. I can just commentate on anything in the corner. I'll be like, "Oh."
was it just your seasons that didn't have a tell-all? Did they ever have a tell-all on your
They had a
show?
tell-all before our season, so I was really hoping for one. The only season was, like, the 2nd season had a tell-all with the Aldridge family and, like, so they
Oh,
did the tell-all, and
oh,
like
and then there was Paige and Bernie, and then
yeah, yeah.
Paige didn't like me. She said that I killed her husband. Legit, she said that I killed her husband. Like she's still mad at
I think
me.
she went off the deep end. I was in one of her Facebook groups, and I felt so bad for her, but at the same time, you can't
Yeah,
control
like I thought me and Paige were good. Because this is going back a while now, but I had interviewed like Bernie's brother, I think, Patrick. His name was Patrick.
Yeah, Patrick, that's his brother.
Was that his brother?
I think so,
And then
yeah.
he was going off on like Paige and Bernie, and I had him on and I posted stuff about him. And then like, oh, Patrick had a video of Bernie like coming forward to him in a car, like being aggressive to him in a
I
car.
remember that, yeah.
Yes, like, do you remember that? Like,
Yes.
all of these old memories, like, re-triggering or refiring in my brain now. And I posted it, and then I had Patrick on, and then, like, maybe, like, I don't know how much sooner after that, but then Bernie died, and I think he had a heart attack. I don't remember.
Yeah, it
But
was cardiac.
yeah, and then Paige was telling the world, John Yates killed my husband. Like, no joke. Like,
Whoa.
yeah. And I'm like, listen, honey, like, you're not going to blame his heart attack on me, like interviewing his brother, who willingly came to me. He came to me with it, and wanted to come on because, back in the day, like, just the show was like a big thing for me. And then when the Snowden stuff came out, me and Paige kind of crossed paths again, and she was like, "Oh, you killed my husband, but I don't like the Snowdens." I'm like, "Okay." But she's like, "I believe you with the Snowdens, but you're still a piece of shit for killing my husband." Like, she still, to this day, thinks I killed her husband. But
That's
what
wild.
did you think, Paige and Bernie? That was a wild,
I had
wild story.
talked behind the scenes with one of the gal that was dating, and so him. So that was interesting, because she said Paige was kind of a piece of work, is kind of
That-
what I was
That's putting
getting,
it. That's
but
putting it nicely.
yeah,
You're being very generous.
which kind of fit the bill for what I had seen with her online behavior and stuff, like, you kind of you can suss people out, and so
Well,
I
you could
don't
just look at Paige, and without her ever, without not knowing one thing about it, you could just look at her and be like, okay, this woman's just ticky ticky boom boom, like,
yeah,
just a little.
it was odd. I thought they were so odd because they had no motive. I didn't know why they were dating other women. I don't know, it seemed pointless and strange for them to suddenly be trying to find a wife so late in life, and I don't know, it just didn't fit. It felt weird.
I'd even asked Paige to come up on my show, like I asked you. I'm like, oh, come up and like talk about it. She's like, no, you killed my husband. I'm like, oh, I thought we were cool because of the Snowdens, but whatever. That's okay. Let me see what C's saying here. I wonder if TLC will edit out some of the scenes next week due to the DV. Oh,
So,
wait.
no, I don't think they will.
Wait, the show's airing right now? Horrible question. It's on right now.
Yeah, so it's this last season's airing, and I'll say from what I recall with the Snowden stuff, I had kind of inquired back then. I was like, "Well, there's, like, some allegations. Are they gonna get cut?" And they're like, "Well, we can't say much," but what they kind of did allude to is everything's an allegation, so it's this innocent until proven guilty, which fine, that's America, but essentially it costs them so much money, and they plan out all these episodes in advance that they're not gonna really do any of that. And that fits the TLC bill. Like, in any past season when there's any sort of allegations or anything, it's not like a family gets pulled retroactively. They just let it go on. It's more publicity for them. I bet they get better numbers, honestly.
Oh yeah, and I'm sure probably Dimitri and Ashley are probably still actively trying to get back on that show. I didn't even know it was on right now. Like, when I told you I haven't watched in years, I haven't watched in years. I haven't watched since I think your last season. Because we were doing recaps every week, and then it just got like, I lost faith in the show because the Snowdens, it took a big hit. Like, I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, when you blog about shows and you get close to cast members and you're familiar with production, it kind of skews your how you think, and like, you want to
Yeah.
come off as genuine and authentic in what you're saying, but then like, you can't be genuine and authentic when production's up to something. So like, I have, it's like a tug of war with your brain,
Totally.
like, um what night of the week is it on? Oh, I didn't even know. I think I did know that the Aldridges were related to Aspen and Mitch. Did you know that, Tasha?
I had kind of
Aspen
heard
is Christine
after the
Brown's
fact.
daughter.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is she related? Are they related to Aspen or Mitch? Probably Mitch. No, probably Aspen.
I
Yeah, because
don't
Christine
know.
Brown comes from like polygamy royalty, her
Yeah, the
family. So
Aldridges were gonna try to connect me to Cody Brown to see if he could help me negotiate our contract better.
oh wait, why did you? Let me talk about what? Wait. Let me hear
Yeah.
about this.
I thought it was
Hold
wild.
on.
I forgot about it until, like, that came up. I forgot because when we were talking in talks of being on the show, I had reached out to everyone, even the Snowdens. I was like, "Hey, like,
Yeah,
tell
you were doing
me."
your due diligence. I get that.
Yeah, exactly, and so I was like, "Can you tell me anything?" And then after the season had aired, the Aldridges connected with me, and they were like, "Oh, hey, maybe he can help you negotiate your contract better because we negotiated ours better." But Cody never responded.
Mm-mm-mm.
Maybe I should have had Sidian do it, man to man.
Oh well, I don't know. Oh, maybe Cody Brown would have thought it was like an affront for some woman to message him directly. I don't.
I don't
I
know.
don't know. Uh, what are your thoughts on all the wives leaving Cody?
Oh, I
I mean,
fucking love it. I
except
love it.
Robin.
It's been so good. I have not watched the season. I just watch all the, like, little snippets and, like, the interviews and stuff I'll watch. But it's so time. It's beyond time, and I love that they look better, that they're dating more attractive people. Like, I'm so happy for them. It feels like they're living their lives for the first time.
Does anyone know how long this season's been airing now? Like, how many episodes are left for this season? Does anybody
For
know?
Sister Wives?
Huh?
For Sister Wives or Seeking
No,
Sisters?
for your show, Seeking Sister Wife.
Oh, I don't even know when the I don't know.
Cody, what? Have you seen Tasha? She is so you would love her. She is so down to earth.
Hi.
She like flower power.
I'm a couple of years late, don't worry.
Were you like mad at me like when I was calling you flower power, by the way, in Patchouli? Because like I
No,
thought it was
I
so like,
loved it. I
okay,
loved
good.
it.
Like I didn't know like if you guys were pissy at me for like I'm like she's a hippie and she's so cool. That's flower power. And
I mean, honestly,
Sidian was Patchouli.
I didn't, I didn't like you calling her that, but if she's
Oh, shut up, you liar! You were laughing every time I did it.
I loved it. I would have connected with you years ago, but we were dealing with, like, some custody stuff, and I was overwhelmed, and I was like, "Nah, I'm gonna
We
put a
were
kibosh
also
on
under
this."
contract too,
N
so
Well, the TLC contract stuff is whatever, I know how to navigate that, but it was really just, like, baby mama drama and
well, you're here now, and that's all that matters.
yeah,
Listen, I told you I
exactly.
played the long game, and I got you.
It
I
worked.
finally got you on my channel, so that's all that matters.
as you say, like,
That's another win for John Yates. I was asking because, like, I don't know. It's almost over. Seeking Sister Wife. I don't know if you'd be interested, but like, if we watch the next show, like, I don't even know I don't even know what night of the week it's on,
Yeah,
but
I
I
don't
don't know if
either.
you'd be interested if you want to recap what airs and if me and you could talk about it together.
That sounds
I
fun.
don't, I don't know if
if
it's,
you want,
if you're on board with that, and I'm asking you on live, like, which I probably shouldn't be doing. I probably ask you a
No,
DM,
it's good.
because I really,
You're like, "No pressure, it's just everybody watching."
all the world's gonna see your answer. So don't, just be, no pressure. But yeah, I think like I think I think that'd be really cool. And like, you know, to have your point of view, who was on the show, who knows how production works, who knows some of these couples, I think that'd be very an exciting recap of watching it. So it's up to you, you know. I didn't mean to ask you on live, but like we're having such a good time together. Like I don't want this to end. Because I like, you know, I've been waiting to have you on for a long time. And I'm really happy that, like, you know, and I DM'd you. I DM'd you today. I'm like, hey, and you messaged me back right away. And we haven't talked in like what, I don't know, a year or 2 years. I don't even remember the last time we talked.
We'll have to scroll and be like, here's the last time stamp. Yeah, no, we should do it. It sounds totally fun. It's been great.
I think that would be like really fun. What does anybody know what day of the week this show's on? When is Siggy's Sister Wives on? So I can watch it and clear a spot. Because I haven't been doing this
tomorrow,
stuff lately.
3 o'clock.
Shut up. I haven't been doing this stuff lately, and like, you know,
Thanksgiving dinner.
Trying to figure out my place in this whole universe of reality TV and whatever. But this has been a great live, and you are just really a breath of fresh air. And
thank you.
I would love to have you on every panel I ever do because you are the straight shooter. And I mean, like, you could probably tell somebody to go fuck themselves with a smile, and they'd be like, "Okay, I will." Like, you know, you're amazing.
I don't know. Anytime I tried, it never worked. Like, but I think I wasn't smiling. It's the smile.
Do you get mad?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm stubborn. So pretty much any argument City and I've ever had, I'm wrong. But I won't admit it for like 5 hours. So that's okay. But I do get mad, but I don't know. I'm not holding on to much energy like that anymore. So
you need to be cloned. Like how old are you?
33.
Don't ask anybody that.
33. Wow, so you're 33 now. So when you were on the show, like you were like what, 26, 27?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Pretty young, I guess.
And you look like you're 18, by the way. So I would never peg you for 33, by the way.
It's the
You look like
sunscreen. Gotta get on your sunscreen.
You know, you're taking the SATs tomorrow. Like just letting you know. Like you really look like you could pass for a high schooler. So and like enjoy that. Enjoy that for as long, because like I always had a young face and people were like, John, because I get pissed off. I'm like, I look 12. I was like, you know, 29. I look 12. And they're like, John, when you're in your 40s, you'll appreciate it. I'm like, well, they're kind of right. Even though I'm not like I don't look as young as you do, but
well, with you being over the hill, nobody would ever think that you're over the hill.
You're not over the hill.
Young looking.
Exactly. That's exactly right. I'm not over the hill. See, she already passed her first test. That's it.
You're gonna push him down the hill now, right?
And she backs me up. You checked off all the boxes tonight, Tosha.
Okay, you're 100. Like, so you should have AARP. You should have this kind. He's like, I'm not even there.
This was amazing.
Come on, this administration's cutting all benefits. Sorry, even if you're 100, you don't get nothing.
Do you have any plans for tomorrow? You have like Thanksgiving?
No, we did Thanksgiving early. We were gonna go to a Chinese buffet or something.
Oh, those are the best. A Chinese buffet like on Christmas or
not Christmas.
Yeah.
No, Christmas. No, Christmas. That's when you have your Cornish hens. Oh, I'm gonna stuff your Cornish hens with something special.
Get out of here. Get out of here. All right, I don't want to keep you much longer. Is there anything else you want to say before we end?
No, this has been a pleasure. This is super fun. I'm glad we finally did it. So
me too. And you were really a cool girl, and I'm lucky to know you. And I think anybody that you come in contact with is lucky to know you. You have a good aura about you, sweetheart. Don't ever lose it.
You're just boosting me up this whole time.
No, I'll boost you all night long because you deserve it. Like I've done a lot of these with a lot of different people, and I could honestly say I've never had someone like you be so naturally honest and cool and forthcoming, and just like it is what it is. Here I am, I'm Tosha, and like I love it. I really do. So,
just Tosh.
Wait, what is this before we go? Tasha's perspective would be great. FYI, Mitch's sister Vanessa is current wife of Jeff Aldridge. Oh, there we go. So it's connected via Mitch.
Gotcha.
All right, so the next I guess Monday is going to be the next episode. So I guess we're gonna have to watch it and then talk about it.
Yeah.
Now
I'll
you
do
already
some
committed on
homework. I'll
live that
catch
you
up
won't,
on this
so
season.
I got you hooked on
Monday
it.
you already have a live.
I got you. You already committed to it on the live.
Perfect.
So that's how I reel them in, Tasha. You know,
Is this same time?
I got my tricks. So there we
I
go.
need to know so I can put it on the schedule.
But
So
Tasha,
Monday
thank
episode.
you so much. I'm gonna end this live. Hang back for don't go anywhere. I'm gonna talk to you backstage when we end this.
Sounds
To everybody else, thank you for being here. I had a blast with everybody and coolest girl on TV, on YouTube, this woman right here. Thanks for being here, and I will see you next time I see you. Good night, everybody.
great. Night.